Magic the Gathering is one of the most popular card games there is, but which cards are the best? Well, this is my opinion on the subject. These might not match yours, but here we go. Oh, and a quick disclaimer, almost all of these cards are banned in tournaments, so it's not a list of good cards for competition, merely a list of the most overpowered. All photos are credits to Wizards of the Coast Gatherer. Wizards of the Coast is the company that made Magic, by the way. 10. Lightning Bolt. For 1 red mana, it deals 3 damage to target creature. However, that's it. And also, that's why it is at our number 10 spot. All photos are credits to Wizards of the Coast Gatherer. Wizards of the Coast is the company that made Magic, by the way. Number 9. Yawgmoth Swill. For 2 colorless mana and 1 black, until the end of turn, you may play cards in your graveyard as though they were in your hand. So any creatures put in the graveyard this turn are also exiled. But the ability to play cards from the graveyard is the ability to ruin a mill deck, played in a red-black aggro deck, for example, is unstoppable. Number 8, Ancestral Recall. For 1 blue mana, you can choose any player to draw 3 cards. This card is just an all-around good card for any deck with blue. It's a shame that it's so old. 7, Time Twister. This card allows you to shuffle your graveyard, hand, and library all together, and then draw 7 cards. However, there's only one minor problem with it, and that you sort of have to have a good offensive stance, because the ability to get a new hand is also the ability to get a bad new hand. So you want to make sure that you have a good offensive stance before playing, but other than that, it's a great card. Oh, and did I mention, it's only 3 mana, 2 colorless and 1 blue. Alright, so, number 6, Blacker Lotus. No list would be complete without Wizards of the Coast's parody card from Unglued. 0 mana card. You get 4 mana, but you also have to physically tear up the card to do so. It's obviously here as a joke, but it's still funny. 5, Soul Ring. 1 colorless mana, tap to add 2 colorless mana. This card, although less powerful than some other cards, such as Blacker Lotus, can be used at any time, and it stays on the battlefield. That's an insane ability, even though it's only 2 mana. Number 4, a set of cards called Moxen. They are 0 mana, you tap to add 1 of a certain color depending on which Mox, that's the name of a singular card, you have. So, different color Moxens will obviously do different things. But the reason that they're number 4 is that although they're like land, you can play multiple on 1 turn. So for those of you who don't play Magic the Gathering, you play land to get cards, but you can only play 1 per turn. You can bypass that with the Moxen. And that is why it's our number 4. Number 3, Time Lock. For 1 blue mana and 1 colorless mana, you take an extra turn. This card is just so overpowered that I'm frankly surprised that I'm not putting it lower. However, it does have one major downfall. It's an enchantment, and so it can only be played during your turn. So, if an opponent's about to do something annoying, you can't just take an extra turn then and there. But it's still a really good card. Number 2, Black Lotus. For 0 mana, you can sacrifice it to get 3 of any color mana. It's 3 free mana, and you can get rid of it at any time to get it. Amazing. Number 1, Jace the Mind Sculptor. In the immortal words of John Green, I'm going to have to turn to camera 2 to talk about this. Hello, camera 2. So, for 2 colorless and 2 blue mana, this card is called a Planeswalker, and it starts with 3 loyalty points. And if you want to look further into this, be my guest, but for the low cost of gaining 2 loyalty points, you can look at the card that's at the top of a target player's library, and if you want to, put it at the bottom. of their library. For nothing, you can draw 3 cards and put 2 cards in your hand back. To lose 1 loyalty point, you can return target creature to its owner's hand, and to lose 12, target player removes their library from the game and replaces their hand, which is a maximum of 8 cards, as their new library shuffled. This is amazing. Amazing. I mean, you literally, if someone has this on the battlefield, you better hope you can destroy it. If you can't, then you're pretty much doomed. You have up to 8 cards. Better hope you had a good hand. So that is the list. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and done.